Hi, YouTube friends. I just had to start off with these old pictures from my father's family from probably 100 years ago at least. And here's some gardenia blooms from my yard. I took them to church yesterday to share with everybody else and put them on the communion table behind the Bible and wrapped a little scarf around them to hide the thing underneath, holding them up. Adam has been baking. And here are some croissants that he made last week. He made those twice. And then another morning he made me breakfast, I think last Friday. Grits and scrambled eggs and bacon. That was wonderful. He's really enjoying cooking again a little bit, and I enjoyed eating that. We went to a restaurant to celebrate our daughter's graduation from university, and that dipping sauce and bread were amazing. And here's the appetizer. Isn't that wonderful? That was Adam's lunch. And then the next photograph was Julia's lunch. This is an Italian restaurant called La Casetta. Adam has been baking. And oh, look at that bread, 70% hydration. He's been making loaf after loaf of sourdough. Now here is my desk. I don't know why I like to take videos of my desk. This is where I spend so much time and have so much of my painting and craft stuff, but mostly painting. Those are my Gansite pans on the left. I just got some beautiful gold paints there. I have a few incidental tubes, and then that palette is my Mission Gold watercolor tubes. Lots of brushes. That little green container has salt in it, which I use a lot. Tubs of water, lots of pens, all kinds of pens, gold and silver pens and white pens. And you always have to have lots of Kleenexes. And then that's a little soap dish that I use as a paintbrush rest. So there it is. I do a lot of painting. I had to go to town on last Wednesday and I stopped for a few extra minutes, so I spent some time. Hungry? With the birds. Didn't have any food to give them. The water was beautiful. There's one sailboat sitting among the diamonds. This is just a public park in New Bern where anybody can go and sit and feed the birds. We've been so dry here recently. Everything was drying up. My sweet peas all died, and I was watering so many things. I had some new strawberry plants that also died. It's been so very dry here, and we've been watering things in the vegetable garden. I've been watering things over in my herb garden, my basil, a little tomato plant. I've started watering even some of my perennials that have been here for years because I don't think they have really deep roots. This is our beautiful fig tree. It really is huge. It's a tree, I don't know, 20 feet tall, and we have cut it way back. We reduced it by a third every year the first 3 years we were here. And I wondered if it was going to set fruit this year, and it is. It's just in the last couple of days because I've been looking. And since I took last year's figs to my mother and made her really, oh goodness, probably a couple of gallons of fig preserves, I think I feel justified in keeping these figs for Adam and me. He likes to eat them straight off the tree. I am not a big fig person, but I have grown to love those fig preserves that I make for my mother with lots of lemon slices on toast in the morning. See, look at that. It'll be a while. And so today I've pulled the hose over And we're going to water this fig tree for about an hour this morning to just, I mean, I know it has very deep roots considering how large it used to be. This is its size now, and all of this size is from new growth since we cut it. I would say probably the tree used to be more like that. And then we reduced it, and of course it's grown back. You can still see the big trunks that were here. There's one, and there's one, and there was a third, kind of a big open spot, and it finally just fell over one day, and Julia came running in the house and said, "Mom, Dad, did you see that your fig tree fell over?" And she was standing on it. But all the rest of this you see is new growth within the last 2 or 3 years, which is great, and we're going to keep pruning it. It is right next to our deck. It offers really nice morning shade to this little area. But Adam will be picking the figs to eat off the tree, and I'll be trying to get them from him and stick them in the freezer until you get a handful every day, and you put them in a Ziploc. And then after you have a couple of gallons of frozen figs, then you start processing preserves. So when I do that, it's a very easy recipe, but I'll take you through that too on a video. But I think it is just beautiful underneath. It has this, the leaves are kind of an olive green. They're not sap green, they're not dark. And they're a beautiful shape. We are so happy to see rain. Beautiful rain. Hello, YouTube friends. It's good to see you again. That was a little short video of just some of the things that have been happening in our lives the last, I guess, week or so. Life is very busy right now. I thought I'd share with you my beautiful gardenia blossoms. I was so excited to see that bush bloom because it's been harassed by hurricanes in a few years, and I thought it nearly died. And then we had such a drought, as I showed you, that I was surprised that it survived, and it's blooming really well this year. Well, I am very busy painting and keeping ahead of my little business. I'm painting quite a bit, and I probably should do more painting videos, but painting is a little nerve-wracking, and it makes me even more nervous if I have the camera going and I'm likely to ruin a card. So I don't really take myself painting much. But I'm also weaving, and that's going to be the next video, is the little girl baby blankets. I'm finishing that up, and I've started that weave. That's exciting. And I am also just making lots of insect repellent lotion bars and healing herb ointment and selling lots of that kind of stuff. I need to make at least 2 soap batches this week, because next week, a week from today, I'm going to be getting on an airplane. I know, I haven't done that in a very long time. I'll be wearing my mask and my goggles and my face shield because I'm one of those careful people for the sake of my husband's health. And I'm going to be flying to Mississippi to see my daughter and son-in-law and 2 grandbabies, because they've had a really tough time lately, and they need some Nana help, they said. So I'll be going there, so I have a lot to get done before I leave. But maybe I'll do a few videos while I'm there too. All right? Thanks so much for joining me today. Bye-bye.